Jackbox Party Back 126.
What is that?
What is it?
Is that your phone number? What is it?
Stop flaunting your young age.
I like that box getting you off.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Just keep thinking about Jacob Boreanaz and how hot he is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happens sometimes.
I'm sorry.
She removed her hand. She removed.
Dark and fiery. I want a divorce.
I'm really tall.
Are you like medically okay?
I'm trying to laugh and enjoy this, but there's been like a clanging noise that's been slowly growing louder this whole time.
That clanging is getting louder.
Grandma, that's okay. Grandma.
What?
Let me just show you. This is right here.
I threw all the spiders outside.
Oh my God.
Every day.
She does it every day. Look at me, I'm a squirrel and I'm talking. I speak English and also a few words in another language.
What language do you speak?
Oh, un poco español.
Oh.
Girls can
She
talk.
speaks Japanese too.
ちょっと。
ちょっと日本語を話しましょうね。
はい。
はーい。
話します。
わかりました
そうなんですか？
はい、わかりまーす。Hello and welcome to Improv Brunch. It's great to be with everybody on this Sunday, November 8th. Probably the best day that I've woken up to in a while. So, and I get to spend it with
knowing what day it is and everything.
I know. I frankly have not known what day it is for a long time, and I'm happy to know what day it is today. So, and I'm happy to be here with Jacob Horn and our special guest for today, Michelle Ford. Thanks for joining us, Michelle.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
And welcome to Improv NYC. If you like what you see, there'll be more later. You can throw money at the Magnet Theater, which is our other home. Ooh, the sirens are going. So that's okay. You know what? There's been a lot of sounds. Yesterday, a man was just playing a tuba down my street, and I was fine with it. So I feel like I'm shouting. It's the sirens. So while we are hearing the end of that siren, Jacob is going to give us a suggestion from a random sentence generator, and then we're going to go to brunch. So Jacob, whenever you're ready.
Ooh, okay. The sentence is, art doesn't have to be intentional.
Okay. Art doesn't have to be intentional. Great. And with that, we take you to Improv Brunch. Deborah, it's so great to have you at brunch. I mean, when I saw your booth at the folk festival, at first I thought, who left a mess in here? You know, like it just looked like someone had dropped a bunch of stuff.
I know.
But then
I know.
But that's your art. That's your art. Your art is like broken bits. It's, you know, it's just like, it's amazing.
And I can't tell you how many people don't understand or appreciate that art. And so I'm filled with gratitude. I'm filled with gratitude.
I apologize because, you know, I was volunteering at the festival and I asked you if you needed me to clean up. And I feel like that was very rude in retrospect. So I'm glad that we got over that.
No. Like I said, it takes people a few minutes because this art comes from a very special place inside of me. You know, my mind maybe works differently than others. So I really, there was no problem there for the misunderstanding at first. No problem at all.
Oh, thank God. Yeah. I thought we were cool, but you know, I wasn't sure. And I mean, Lexi was the one who asked you to come to brunch. So I thought, what if she's still mad at me?
Taryn, please believe me. There are no hard feelings. Nothing but a heart filled with love.
Oh,
I told you, Taryn, you're always worried that everyone's going to like hold grudges against you.
Yeah.
But like Deborah is the least capable of holding a grudge of probably anyone in the world.
Wow.
Well.
Oh, but I mean,
well,
you're allowed to
I'll
hold.
go with that.
You're allowed to hold good grudges. You're allowed to hold but like you're not gonna like carry that like negativity around for someone who doesn't really deserve it.
Yeah, and you know what, Deborah, Lexi's so good at reading people like on the jump. So like, she's right. I'm sure that you are maybe not the most in the world, but I'm sure you're up there. So.
No, and Lexi is also a very giving, forgiving, understanding person. So even if I have moments that maybe are not attractive to others,
we all do.
I know. No, Lexi is there for me, and God, I appreciate it.
It's just I was so affected, when I walked into your booth, and like at first I was like, oh my God, I think I just like stepped on a nail and I think it like pierced the skin. And when was my last tetanus shot?
And you did step on a nail and it did pierce the skin, but.
Right. But like also that was just such a like profound experience, like it just made me like revisit all of my priorities and how I've lived my life. And it was so like, it just touched me.
Well, and Deborah, isn't that piece called Watch Where You're Going? Right? Isn't that?
It is, but I've since renamed it because of the whole nail through the foot incident.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I've renamed it to Understand Where You've Been.
Oh.
Understand where you've been.
Yeah.
I like
right, because that nail was once somewhere else. Yes. And now it's going to enter something else, somebody else, maybe.
Exactly. It's another moment of transition that we have to embrace and appreciate.
What was? Oh my God! Lexi, do you remember the piece? Now, don't give us clues, Deborah. I want to remember this on my own.
All right.
The piece, Lexi, that was on the right side of the booth, the blues and the purples, that looked like it was leaking.
Oh, seep sack.
Yes, the seep sack. Oh my God, I thought that was such a great metaphor for like how we just need to let stuff go. But if you get rid of it all in one fell swoop, that's bad for you. You have to sort of let the junk seep through,
Drip by drip, slowly. We can only handle so much as a human. We can only handle so much at a time. So you just let it come out slowly, whether it's a tear, whether it's a quick, a gentle laugh. It's got to come slowly, though.
Oh my God.
So great.
Oh my God. Oh, that was such a, I don't believe in accidents, Deborah. And I'm guessing that you probably, feel a similar way. And I feel as if like we were brought into your booth for a reason. And it's been so, who would have thought, right? That we actually all like lived in the same, we were all out of town at the festival.
Yeah.
But like, it turns out we all come to this like place, we all like having brunch here. We all live sort of close to each other. And I feel like there was a reason for that. It's just given us like so much new perspective. I hope
there are moments that are meant to happen, and back to it's enlightening. It's funny that we have lived so close to each other and probably have sat tables apart in this very restaurant, just next to each other. But it took the festival to bring us all together.
I only hope that we have like brought something to your life in the way that like you've brought so much to ours.
I can't tell you because, like I said, there's a lack of appreciation or understanding for my art. People sometimes mistake it for just junk.
You have been sued a lot.
You've been sued
so many
much.
times.
It's crazy. If watch where you're going, don't touch this, things like that. It's art, but it's also a definite warning. So I don't understand the lawsuits necessarily, and so far, we're 50-50 in the success rate of beating them. But it's rough. It's rough. I guess I need a big disclaimer out front, which I think ruins the whole vibe.
It's so hard. We have a friend who's a performance artist, and she does like these pieces in the street, and there's been so many accidents, and it's so hard to, it's hard to know whose side to be on paper, right? But then once you know the person, you know their intention behind it, it's clear to me who's right and who's wrong. So
the doctors say that if she gets hit by another car, like she might never walk again.
Yeah.
But that's another piece of art. That's where that will inspire her. That will
Yeah,
inspire
and that's her
her to
choice.
create. Yes.
Yeah, her art, her choice.
It's all about choice. It's all about choice.
Yeah.
I love that. I love just like my art, my choice,
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what? I've been wanting to ask you for like a custom piece since everything that you had in the booth was very drippy or sticky or sharp. But like if you could do something, and it could be whatever you want, but my art, my choice would be a really great like message. Maybe you could just put it on there somewhere. We could talk about it. Maybe something like ceramic or like something soft.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Tara, I'm feeling pressured. Now, Lexi and I have known each other a little better for a little longer, but I feel like you and I would have to spend some time together so I could see inside of you, and it has to come organically, whether it will be drippy or hurtful, or I'm not sure. I just can't guarantee that.
I understand. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I get it.
No, I understand, and it's just we'll take our time because it's going to have to speak to me. It'll have to speak to me.
Great. Well, that's no rush. Obviously, I would never rush anyone's art, but like, I feel like something. Yeah. Think of me, think of that message, and we'll see what happens.
I will think. I will.
It's interesting. I never really thought about, it's like to really, like, you basically have to, the two of you basically have to date each other for a little bit, It's like I never really thought about it that way, but like if you're gonna reach into someone's soul like that and like make art for them, like how intimate. That's so you have to really like go deep into that.
Exactly, Lexi. Exactly. You understand.
Like, I here's like the thing, and I'm gonna say this as if I'm like, talking aside, even though I know that she can hear everything because I want her to hear, but I also want her to feel a little. Taryn is like, she just likes to, be businessy. She likes to be like in charge. Letting go is very difficult for her. And I think like it's something that we have to accept about her, but it's also something that the more we can push her on it within her limits, and she can always opt out. But like I feel like it's good for her. I feel like I try to maybe like come in where I think she wants and then like add 2%. 5% is gonna be too much.
All right.
But like 2%. One time I took her to like a warehouse party, and that was a disaster.
It was really bad. There were so many drugs there, like drugs I had never even heard of. And I've at least heard of a lot of drugs, whether I've done them or not. I've heard of them, but this was like new levels.
So Taryn, you're not in favor of drug use?
No, some of it's fine, the normal stuff, but I just
now, what does Taryn consider normal?
I feel like pot's pretty normal. Your occasional, maybe like your occasional like prescription drug that you had some left over when you were like sick or like, had some dental work or something. Like that's like totally normal. But you know what it is? I don't want to put myself in a state where I don't know at all what's going on. You know what I mean? I at least want to remember what's happening.
But that's part of the letting go. That's part of the letting go. That's part of the experience. Sometimes you just, the art may involve scissors. I know they're sharp. Scissors are sharp and they're dangerous, but cutting, letting yourself fly free, cutting away. It's coming to me. I don't know it yet. I need just
It just comes in like flashes.
It does. It
yeah.
does.
I will be honest, that warehouse party too, though, there was a big like bust and a lot of people got arrested and we had to run away. So that's really not what I consider. Yeah, I don't consider that a party, you know, to have to run away.
Taryn, do you have trouble with being arrested? How does that affect you? How would that affect you if you were to be arrested?
Ooh. I mean, I don't really want that on my record. Here's the thing. If I were like arrested for protesting like a human rights violation, like a Jane Fonda type situation, I feel like that would be fine. You know, I wouldn't love having that on my record, I'll be honest with you. But it would be totally different to be like busted at a warehouse party in Greenpoint and, you know, someone planted a bunch of drugs on me and that's on my record forever. I think it's like different arrests. I'm cool with like a social justice arrest, but not really anything else. I mean, I don't mean to pry, but we're already here. Have you been arrested, Deborah?
Only once or twice.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I can't keep track with all the lawsuits and coming in. It's like there's a numbers game going on everywhere.
Yeah.
Once or twice. One was, no, it was twice. One was drug related, but I was there for it. I had made the choice to participate. It was a mushroom thing, but the mushroom also allows you to open your mind.
Sure.
And the other thing was, I believe, peeing off a curb. It was all the same day. Wow. But you can understand how one can lead to another.
Oh, that's so unfair that they arrested you twice on the same day.
I had just gotten out. I know.
It's like
it's
a double
getting
jeopardy
2 parking
kind of
tickets,
thing.
right? Am I right?
I understand. You didn't want to use that toilet that's just in the cell. That's very violating. It almost feels better to just go on the street.
Oh, it felt so good.
Yeah. Well, that's
Too much
unfortunate.
Information. My apologies, but
that's okay.
No.
We've all listen. One thing that we've all done is pee somewhere weird. We've all, peed somewhere weird.
What was Taryn? Like you can't dangle that out there and then not, what's the weirdest place that you've peed?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, you know how like I mean, I haven't been in one of these in forever, but like in Barnes and Noble, usually there's a bathroom by the kids section. I once ran into a Barnes and Noble and I had to pee, and there was no bathroom in the kids section. So, but no one else was there. So they had like a teepee, like I don't know if that's culturally appropriate, but maybe it is. A Native American it was a cute decoration. I did pee in there.
Oh, so you didn't make it to the bathroom?
No, they didn't have a public restroom, but they didn't make it known, and so.
All right, so you did an association urination, a TP. Yeah. You went for the pee and the.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a little uncomfortable with that because there were children nearby.
No, there weren't. I mean, that's the thing is okay. Yeah. What about you, Lexi? Where's the weirdest place you've peed?
Okay, so you know how like in Penn Station, there is like in the basement that diner that serves like shellfish for some reason.
The tracks.
The Penn Station diner. So
diner feels like a very generous term for that establishment, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
/ whatever.
Yeah.
So like I was attempting to go there because I was like nearby and needed a bathroom, and like your options around there are pretty grim.
Yeah.
But they actually like it was out of order, sort of what you would expect for anything in Penn Station. Turns out like there was some construction going on. So then I ran to the TGI Fridays, tried there, because that seemed like it was probably next to, like a little more beaten track, but it turns out that they don't have one because like they're right next to the main bathroom.
Yeah, it's true.
Not gonna use that. So long story short, I ended up just like on the High Line in the space underneath the catwalk that people walk at, where it's all
okay. Yeah. How'd you get down there?
Oh, I mean, I had to like scale the trellis, which is very difficult to do, and you have to bathroom.
Well,
that
panic will
badly,
give you
but
strength. The panic
it's
will give
true.
you strength that you thought you
That's
never
true.
had.
It's true.
That's true. It
But-
feels like you went very far. This might, I don't know, from Penn Station to the high. You probably could have ducked around. There's like that post office, like parking garage.
Hindsight
There's
is something. You know.
I know.
2020
You know.
is that?
No, I get it.
Another numbers game. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
Like I like this place a lot, but I do now, of course it has stopped, but like
Yeah.
we all heard how they're like doing construction on the side of the
Yes.
restaurant.
I'm going to go speak to someone about that. If you don't mind, I'm going to slip away for 2 seconds.
Oh, sure.
It's
Yeah.
I don't want this vibe to be interrupted. I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Wow. I really respect like a person who will just like, I mean, because they've probably contracted this out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, you're disrupting the vibe of brunch. I don't feel good about it. At the very least, I bet she'll get it to slow down or like sound a little quieter.
I was
That'll
just
be-
gonna say that it would be like a good like theme restaurant, like
Yeah.
like if all the waiters were like sexy construction workers.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. We do love, so speaking of art, we do have an affinity for Michael's Craft Store.
Oh,
and
definitely.
And like it would just be really fun to sort of like think of, well, I'm going to backtrack. There's so many things to know, but did you know, Deborah, that you can have a party in the Michael's, like there's a party room and you can hire strippers that normally they work for the store, but then at night at parties, they become the Magic Michaels, like the movie, with Channing Tatum as a stripper, but like for Michael's. So they do that. So that just made me think of the construction work, like,
Well, that's so odd when they're stripping. Is it craft related stripping?
Yeah. Well, we haven't had the party yet. It's still in the planning stages.
All
but
right.
Lexi and I both sort of snuck into some parties or peeped on some parties. And there's a lot of like, craft bits used. There's a guy that just covers himself in pom-poms and he just sort of it's a lot. It takes a while.
It takes
'cause
a very
pom-poms are
long
small.
time. It's
I
like
love
an
that,
hour
though.
long.
Art takes time, and I consider stripping an art form.
Yeah, and that guy, pom-pom guy, just leaves like a few in a selected area.
Very
Of course.
tasteful.
Of
So
course.
tasteful. Yeah. And if you have like favorite colors, he'll do them like to whatever your color scheme is.
Now, is there any glitter involved ever? Because that's, you're used to like a glitter thing with strippers, so I wonder if that's too on the nose for them.
I did hear, because everything's sort of like word of mouth, so I did hear that there is like a glitter package, but they do need like a whole like 2 business days to clean up after that party. So you have to pay more.
Glitter. Yes.
Yeah. So you have to pay more. There's a premium for a glitter party. And like, honestly, we don't really need that, So do you ever use glitter in your works? It doesn't feel like you would.
I thought we were kind of getting to know each other and like, feeling this, feeling that.
Oh,
and like,
but no, I don't think that you would.
I don't use glitter in my work.
No, I didn't think that you would. It doesn't seem like you're a very organics material person. I feel like wood, cotton,
cotton
things like
that I've picked myself.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And
I
washed.
mean, you just
and
can't go out
everything.
and buy the cotton balls, Taryn. And I'm not going to toss glitter.
Oh no, I didn't think.
Well, no,
I'm
it's
so
just
sorry.
not. It's an
Taryn.
odd thing to bring up.
Yeah,
I
Lexi,
thought.
yeah.
Aaron, look, I'm gonna talk like this is an aside, but I know that Deborah can hear me because we're all at the same table.
Yeah, just do it. It's already.
But look, I think you're trying to put her in a box.
No, I wanted to check because she brought up glitter, and
Right, but I
just thought,
don't think that Deborah wants to be put into a box.
No, I would never. I'm just, it's just like conversation. Someone brings up a thing and then you're like, oh, have you ever used that? Like even in your
just, like,
early day.
Be careful about the box is all
I will.
I'm gonna.
Sorry. Yeah.
Lexi, again, you know me so well. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if things got a little uncomfortable there for a second. And it is the feeling box thing, just feeling like, oh, you must
I
be
get it.
this, you must be exactly that.
Oh my God, like what if you woke up tomorrow and like you wanted to use glitter? Like I don't wanna stop you.
I'm gonna have to say, like, let's stop talking about glitter because it's making me
okay.
very uncomfortable.
Oh,
There were
okay.
some times in my past. Never mind the glitter thing.
I mean, I don't mean to be too forward, but the thing is, you brought up glitter, and then you got really upset about it. And listen, I fully get it because I do stuff like that all the time. I'm wondering if you like. Is there anything you need to like get out of your system, like a glitter trauma that you? I mean, we're a safe space here. Sometimes I feel like new friends are the best place to work through stuff. You know.
This is all right. This is. I'm gonna take this slowly, but not too slowly, because it's like I said, the drip, the
Yeah, of
seep.
course,
I don't want
whatever-
to feel things too strongly, just all at once. But it was the Barbie birthday party when I was 12. Was the Barbie birthday party when I was 12, and it was a sleepover, you know, like 12-year-olds have a sleepover. It should be just nothing but fabulous, and so I had my new Barbie. Friends brought their Barbies over. We were having like the Barbie swim party where you just get like one of those big wash tubs and you pretend it's a pool.
Yeah.
And, you know, they dive in, and then Destiny, which honestly, that anyone was named Destiny in that day is ridiculous. And then Destiny just brought out this glitter and tossed it all over, and it stuck to the Barbies, and everything was ruined. It was clogged in their hair, and I can't.
You know,
right.
You know what I think? When someone makes a decision that affects an entire group, like they think they know what's best for every single person in that moment, and that's going to last, you know, for a long time. How cruel of Destiny to do that to you. And I'm so sorry that you had that experience. I think all of us can agree that sleepovers, they sounded like a really great idea back then, and then they never, ever were. I mean, I got locked in a closet for 7 hours once, and no one checked on me. So
Karen, I am so sorry.
I mean, God, maybe like this is like common ground for the two of you.
Did you? I mean,
also,
I don't mean to. Yeah.
No,
I was gonna say I don't mean to probe Deborah, but it sounds like maybe we both have had a lot of like bad sleepover experiences. I mean, that one, the glitter sounds like your worst, and the locked in a closet sounds like my worst. But there were so many other just uncomfortable, like, you know, I don't like this snack, or I don't want to watch this movie, and no one caring about my opinion or hearing me. And I feel like we probably had similar things.
It is similar. All of that and more. I mean, we all have to stay up forever, and whoever falls asleep first, there's the dipping of the hand in the water.
It's called a sleepover. What do people not understand about that? You sleep at a sleepover.
You get tired. I mean, everybody get so amped up on the candy and the treats, and just that sugar buzz just runs rampant, and like there becomes some sort of like mob mentality. You know?
You know what? I'm so glad we're just so far past those days. But you know, they do leave an impact. You know, they leave an impact.
You know, I'm so sorry that like this, you know, dredged up this like unpleasantness. But Deborah, I have to say, you know, the fact that Destiny did this to you, you know, maybe you wouldn't be the Deborah who you are today if Destiny hadn't changed your destiny.
That's so true. I mean,
you know, I sometimes do like a wisdom thing. Like I used to write.
Yes,
cards.
Lexi used to write these little wisdom notes and just send them to people.
It was like very complicated because there was also money laundering involved. But like wisdom is the important part. The wisdom is the important part. And you know what? Not laundering anything, that is for you to take with you from brunch today.
Destiny. My destiny.
Yeah.
You're right, Lexi. I wouldn't be the artist I am today if it were not for those scarring moments. It's something that drives me to create.
Amazing.
Oh.
So great. I'm so glad we got there, you know? I mean, you never know like what brunch is going to have in store, you know?
I didn't trust it, and I apologize for that.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank
I mean,
you
we're
so
we're
much.
still getting to know each other, and you know, it's hard. Sometimes you have to have like awkward conversations to get to like a better space. And like Lexi said, I feel like working on that commission piece for me is going to be like dating. So I'd be happy to like go on an art date with you sometime soon.
You know what? I would love that.
Oh, amazing.
I would love that. I feel much more open to you and to our what we'll create together.
And you know what? Usually Lexi knows I do this. When I want to meet up with somebody, I like give them like, here's like the top 4 options in this area. This is what I think would be best. I'm going to leave it up to you. I mean, I'll tell you when I'm free, and then I'll just go. Once again, as long as it's not a warehouse in Greenpoint with a lot of drugs that's going to land us in jail, I'll go wherever else you want me to go.
Wow, look at you letting go of your power. You're just cutting it.
Those scissors are definitely going to be in the piece.
Yeah, I definitely fit. There's going to be blades in my piece.
You know what? You know what? For you though, I'm going to buy those scissors that don't have the point at the end.
Oh, like the kid scissors, so I don't. That's good.
Oh my God! Wait, you know where you can get scissors without the point at the end of them?
Where,
Michael's. Michael's. So usually after brunch, we always run down to Michael's because there's something we need every week, and there's always an email coupon. So, I mean, we can go. I would love to maybe just. How about this? We walk down to Michael's. We browse the scissor aisle. We see what speaks to us.
I love it. I love that idea.
That sounds great. Do you want to get out of here? I mean, those guys do seem a little upset that you asked them to stop. So I've been feeling some eyes on me, and I'd rather go to the eyes.
They've got sharp tools. They've got sharp. They're not going to round down the edges of that. No.
They moved the fan so that the sawdust is now like blowing towards
it's a little uncomfortable. And honestly,
give me a glitter nightmare. It's giving me a flashback.
Oh my God, this must be so. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
But that's okay. You know what? We're going to get out of here. We're going to go to Michael's, and we're going to feel some scissors together.
I love it.
Great.
Let's do it.
To Michael's.
Michael's.
To Michael's.
And Blackout. Yay. Thank you for watching Improv Brunch. Thank you, Michelle, for joining us. Thank you
fun.
Yay. Thank you. I feel like we now live in a world where pretending to be at brunch feels okay again. So one day we'll all be at brunch in real time. But for now, we're here with you. We're very grateful for that, and to Justin Torres for hosting us. And we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.